Istanbul is the city I love. It's where I live, where I work, where I find energy every single day.
It's so breezy, beautiful here. I don't want to leave.
Taking trips along the Bosphorus, where I can escape my busy schedule. Watching the city from the water as Europe and Asia drift past on either side. Visiting centuries-old mosques, each one with its own breathtaking architecture. Details so rich that it's hard to choose which to admire first. These are the moments that bind me to Istanbul. They make me fall in love with the city again, every single day. But love is never simple. Istanbul can overwhelm me. The endless traffic, hours spent just trying to cross the city. The crowds that never seem to thin. Streets that are always full, never quiet. The pace of life here always rushing, always demanding more. Some days, the city feels heavier. And yet, even in these moments, I can't imagine myself without it. Istanbul is chaos, but it is also home. As an Istanbulite living here most of my life, it gets crowded and crowded every 5 years, and you can feel it. Now it's about more than 16, 18 millions, I don't know. It's nice to still have some places like this, far from the crowds. You can get fresh air. It's not very easy in Istanbul. And every summer, I leave this rhythm behind. I trade the rush of Istanbul for the calm of another place. Kastamonu, my father's hometown. A place that was never my birthplace, but has always been part of my story.
Öyle mi? Gündüz pek şey yapamayız. Siz epey dolaştınız mı?
Evet.
Kumaşın çirişi. Bravo.
Teşekkür ederim.
Çok güzel oldu.
When I arrive in Kastamonu, the pace feels different. The streets are alive, but never rushed. History lingers here too, like in Istanbul, especially in the old wooden konak houses. Beautiful from the outside, almost like a painting. Sometimes I do dream of living in one of these houses. But when I asked the ladies sitting in front of their homes, they told me it's not as easy as it looks. Maybe that's the truth of it. Some things are more charming from the outside. Nasrullah Square has been the heart of Kastamonu for centuries. A place where people gather, trade, celebrate. where traditions are kept alive. Last year I witnessed the ahilik, the brotherhood ceremony. Another time there was a special gathering here, where chicken pilav was served to everyone in the square. While waiting in line, I couldn't resist. I started asking the local women about their recipes, their kitchen secrets. For me, those conversations are priceless.
Böreği. Öyle yapıyorum.
The year before, it was a köçek dance, filling the air with music and rhythm. This year, it is something different.
Güzel. We are in the center of Kastamonu in the Nasrullah Square. Behind me I see some stands with slow food action. Let's see what they have. Yani merhaba tekrardan.
Merhabalar. Kastamonu'da kurulan en iyi pazarlardan bir tanesine denk geliyorsunuz şu anda. Slow Food Kastamonu yeryüzü pazarındasınız.
İyi, temiz, adil gıda, yani katkısız, ilaçsız, pestisitsiz, herkesin kendi bahçesinde ürettiği, gördüğünüz gibi. Bunları getiriyoruz pazarımıza.
Slow Food İtalya'da fast food'a karşı çıkmış aslında bir akım türü. Fast food'da nasıl hızlı tüketim ön plandaysa Slow Food'da da aslında yavaş tüketim ve sağlıklı gıdalar ön plana geçiyor.
En çok giden en özel ürününüz birkaç tane saysanız.
Coğrafi işaret almış üreyane eriğinin türevlerinin satışı pazarda gerçekleşiyor. Burada üretici olan herkes aslında ilaçsız, organik, insan sağlığına faydalı gıdaları üretiyor. Özellikle şu zaman tüketimin çok fazla olduğu bir toplumda bir şeyler üretebilmek ve bunları sağlıklı bir şekilde yapabilmek çok önemli.
Amacımız bu zaten tabii, yani öze dönebilmek,
Evet.
annelerimizin yaptığı doğal ürünleri tekrardan ortaya çıkarabilmek.
Öyle.
Gidiyor herhalde.
Üreticiliğini yapıyoruz. Salep senede bir defa hasat ediliyor.
Hangi ay?
3-4 hafta önce hasadı yapıldı.
Kaçırmışız, gelirdik.
İnşallah bir dahaki sefere hasatta bekliyoruz. Köyümüzde de bekleriz. Köyümüz gerçekten inanılmaz güzel. Salep de keza çok değerli bir bisküvi. Yerli ve yabancı pazarda inanılmaz rehavet gören bir ürün. Sizleri davet edeceğim.
İsminiz neydi?
İsmim Nurhayat Yıldız.
Nurhayat, emeğine sağlık. Tebrik ediyorum ben de bu yaşta böyle bir akıma öncülük ettiğin için, önem verdiğin için. Desteğimiz her zaman sizinle.
Teşekkür ederim.
After the slow food market, we wanted something simple to eat. We stopped by a small bakery for simit, made with Kastamonu's ancient CS wheat. Fresh from the oven, still warm, with a cold iron. It felt like the perfect lunch. And of course, we couldn't live without buying Kastamonu's famous çekme helva. They had so many flavors, but we went with the classic butter. Sometimes less is more. On the way, we passed by the local museum. From the outside, you can already see fragments of history, carved marble stones, artifacts from different eras. Kastamonu's story may not be as vast as Istanbul's, but it carries its own weight. Here, history feels closer, more personal. After the museum, we headed to a well-known ice cream shop in the city. Prices are reasonable, portions were good enough. They even have classic desserts like baklava and kadayıf to eat along with ice cream if preferred.
Kakao, çilek, limon, bu tarz çeşitler. Yeterli midir abla?
I have to say, even as someone a bit picky with desserts, it was very tasty. What really caught my attention and I appreciated it was that they brought water alongside the ice cream for free. It is something you would hardly ever see in Istanbul.
As the sun set and the Nasrullah Mosque square slowly emptied, we made our way back home to rest. The next morning, the table was full of simple but comforting flavors for the breakfast. Leftover Seyh simit from yesterday, a jar of ajvar, slices of Kastamonu pastırma, and the usual breakfast classics. Sharing it with my mom and dad felt like the perfect start to the day. After breakfast, we headed to the local market, my favorite thing to do in any city.
Şöyle bakalım.
The market in Kastamonu is one of those places I can never skip. This time, I was mostly looking for kızılcık, since it was also the season of it. Cornelian cherries, I can translate. There were plums, the small local ones that taste like summer itself. And of course, the treasures of the region, Seyh wheat, fresh milk, and rich butter from local producers.
Teşekkür.
Last year, since I came later in September, there were tons of beautiful local mushrooms, but unfortunately, this year it wasn't the time yet. I didn't buy the kızılcık here, keeping it for later in Devrekani, but wandering through the stalls, I noticed something that caught my attention. Some bakeries take orders for flatbreads, gözleme, baked fresh in their ovens. The tradition is simple. You buy your meat and onions at the market, bring them to the bakery, and they will turn it into a warm, fragrant gözleme for you. I thought maybe on our way back we should try that experience ourselves. It was a really hot day, but we still wanted to walk to our next stop, the tomb of Şeyh Şaban-ı Veli. Walking through the old streets, letting the atmosphere sink in. On our way, we came across a small shop selling handmade wooden baskets and crafts, a simple, beautiful detail of daily life here. Then we continued our walk to the Şeyh Şaban-ı Veli Mosque. Stepping into the inner courtyard, the atmosphere shifted instantly. Normally it can be crowded, especially when the group visits come, but today it was very quiet. Upstairs, we performed our noon prayer and rested for a while. Notice the small bare rooms. They hold nothing, just silence. People use them to step away from the world for a moment, to pray, to reflect, or simply to listen to their own thoughts. Before leaving, we filled our bottles with the natural spring water that many believed to be healing.
Siz doldurun, ben sonra doldurun.
On our way back, we choose different streets, letting the walk itself be part of the experience. Back in the center, we had one goal in mind: to order etli ekmek, gözleme. We learned from the locals how to get the meat from the butcher itself and then go to the bakery to order your own etli ekmek, gözleme. We're gonna try that today. So we head to the butcher to buy our fresh meat. For one etli ekmek gözleme, you buy 100 grams of meat. So we bought the meat. Now we're gonna get the onion from behind me, the store, the bakkal. Let's go. I was a little bit shy, I have to admit, to get just 1-2 onions. But that's what the locals do. Biz etli ekmek yaptıracağız da.
Tamam. Kaç ekmek
3 tane ekmeği. We chatted with the bakkal owner, asking each other where we are from. In our case, it was which part of the city, since almost everyone here is originally from Kastamonu. That little exchange, moving slowly from stop to stop, cost us a bit in the end. We missed the bakery by just 5 minutes, too late to order our gözleme. So we headed home with only our fresh onion and meat. But luckily, my mom was already preparing her favorite homemade minced meat pide. Even though I was upset that I couldn't film the experience of ordering gözleme like locals, I knew that my mom's pide will be more precious to remember over the years. We closed the day with a quiet visit to İsmail Bey Mosque, one of the oldest in Kastamonu, just in time for the evening prayer. And with that, our city center days came to an end. Next, we'll head towards Devrekani, a quieter town closer to our roots, where the rhythm of life slows down even more.